Good morning, everyone. My name is Tonyo Allie. Welcome to my live streaming event. We're going to stream Surviving Mars. So let's get this party started. This is a game I've been wanting to play for a while. I've had it on my Steam list, and I've just wanted to basically get it, just basically learn how to play it, okay? Here we go. It's an older game. It's more of an RTS type build up a colony type game and survive, do what you can. Sim. I really want to play it, so I'm kind of looking forward to doing this with you guys. I just posted a video on my YouTube channel recently on kind of what we're going to be doing with the game. What I'm going to be doing with my channel. A lot of stuff going on with all this stuff. So the good news is that we're going to basically be playing this. I might be downloading Fallout 4 again, because I kind of want to play Fallout London, but I haven't played it on my new computer yet, so we'll see. See me cleaning my glasses. Okay. So what we're going to play first is the tutorial, and then we will get ourselves in the actual game. I have no idea what this is about, so... Everything's where it's supposed to be. Cool. Refresh rate. It's on. Frame rate's good. UI scale. Okay. Kind of seeing what some of the Okay, let's learn how to play this game. This is going to be fun. Tutorial. First, let's learn the basics. Yeah, I'm excited. This game looks super fun. Like, I love outer space. I love anything to do with Mars. The ideology of just going to that planet would be amazing. I know we're on it like right now with robots, but it'd be kind of cool to see a human being on Mars. I feel like within the next 20 years we'll get there, but it's just gonna take time.
Welcome to Mars.
Okay, I'll be reading some of the stuff so you don't have to read it. So, in this training exercise, you will learn to gather basic resources from the Martian surface, how to construct a small base, and how to refuel the rocket in order to send it back to Earth. Let's get started. Achievements are disabled during tutorial. Gotcha.
Hints, such as this one, will appear throughout the training process, giving useful information on how to advance in your current tasks.
Okay.
You need to master the camera controls and familiarize yourself with the terrain around the prospective colony site.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, here's my speed up and my letdown. This reminds me of Kenshi, that game, and Sims. Okay, this is for my build menu. Order new construction. Construction usually requires resources in DroneWorks area. Switch between normal camera mode and map overview. Here's the not available, so resupply for the rocket. Research. Okay. Build the resources. Provides historical stats and tools to inspect, manage building domes, colonists, and transportation. Not yet. Okay, mission reports. Interact with planetary anomalies located far from our colony. Okay. First things first. Scan. Okay. Okay, so tilt and rotate. Hold. Okay, we're moving around a little bit here. The mousey. Okay, cool.
Now it's time to land your first rocket.
Proceed by selecting the pin icons representing the rocket that is currently in orbit around Mars. Land the rocket on Mars. Okay.
With the rocket selected, designate a landing site on the indicated location.
Comes our drones.
And we have touchdown. The rocket has landed on Mars.
Okay, It carries drones, remotely controlled robots, which can constitute your construction and resources gathering workforce. Gathering basic resources for building construction is one of the first things our Martian base needs. Place a metal deposit so the drones begin applying, automatically bringing metals from a scattered surface deposit nearby. Gather 5 metals in the... Okay, so we need to... Oh, here it is. Okay, storage. Right here. Use the control hub to
Our
follow.
rocket carries valuable resources that will be essential for the construction and maintenance of the colony. Initially, it's best to designate a universal depot, so the drones have a place to store them.
Place a universal deposit near your rocket. Okay. Oh, that's cool. So you have like an entire little map you can just kind of like build up. Okay, like that. Back here. Deliver cargo and colonists to Mars. Commands nearby drones. Requires fuel for return trip to Earth. Raises dust when landing and taking off, causing increased maintenance of buildings in the gray area. Medium, refueling, needs gathering resources, waiting for refueling. Metals, concrete, food. Polymers, electronics, okay.
Along with metals, concrete is the other vital basic construction resource.
Concrete extractor building must be placed over or within proximity of the concrete deposit. Goal. From the build menu, select the concrete extractor and place it in the purpose location. Okay. Okay, click on this one. So this is concrete. Place the concrete extractor near the item location. Remember to rotate the building. The info panel on the right side screen holds important information like controls or rotating the building. Okay, so we're gonna go.
Well done. Now observe how the drones will carry all the resources to the site and then construct the concrete extractor. Like most buildings, the concrete extractor needs power in order to operate. Having a reliable electrical grid and supply is essential for the success of the colony.
Stirling generators are excellent power sources, but they are too complex to be built on Mars during the early stages of the colonization effort. That is why we ship them from Earth, partially assembled in prefabs. Prefabs do not require any resources, only drones to unpack and assemble them. We've provided you the Stirling generator prefab. Construct the generator prefab and then connect the concrete extractor to the power cable. Place the Stirling generator adjacent to the concrete extractor for the direct connection. Okay.
Connect the Stirling generator and the concrete extractor using a power cable from the build menu to power up the extractor.
Okay, so now it's working.
Waste rock is a byproduct of all extractors and is best stored at designated locations. This way you can ensure that it will not be in the way of future construction.
The amount of waste rock per resource extract depends on the grade of the resource deposit. You can select a resource deposit to view its grade and the amount of resources retaining in it. Goal: place a dumping site and concrete deposit to store the extracted concrete. Okay. Okay, this is kind of cool. I love the 9-day cycle, that's awesome.
Drones will pick pending tasks on their own within the range of the drone controllers they are assigned to.
Currently, all drones are assigned to the rocket. When the rocket is selecting the work range, all the drones assigned to it will be visualized. If the rocket takes off, however, all these drones will need another controller. Build a drone hub to make sure it is supplied with power.
Drones run on batteries that have to be recharged periodically.
Every drone hub has 2 recharge stations built in. You may need additional ones as the colony spreads out. Construction recharge stations, especially along areas with heavy drone activity, will provide vital for maintaining the efficient workflow. Build a recharge station near the concrete extractor. Commander, did you know that you can open the build menu or B? Quicker the efficient. Okay, so it's B.
Maintaining a steady supply chain between Earth and Mars is essential, especially during the early colonization stages.
Every rocket has enough fuel for one-way trip to Mars and has to be refueled on site, so it can return to Earth and be reused. Fuel is produced in fuel refinery. To set up a production chain, we will need water. Build a moisture vaporator, and then fuel the refinery. Okay. Okay.
have sufficient power for all the buildings in the colony.
Luckily, we have extra Sterling generator prefabs we could use. Build a new Sterling generator. Okay.
A system of pipes is used to deliver resources such as water and air where they are needed.
The moisture vaporizer has been connected to the pipes and the fuel connect the moisture vaporizer to the refinery for the pipes. Okay. Refinery pipes.
Fuel production is now underway, and the drones will begin to deliver the fuel to the rocket.
Use the speed controls to increase the game speed so the rocket refuels faster. For purpose of this tutorial simulation, the rocket needs to lead less than 5 than it would during a normal gameplay, which is 50. Okay, that makes sense. Well, I got my little colony set up here. Wait for the fuel rocket produced two drones to load the rocket. Okay, let's see. You can use the rocket to check out how fuel has already been delivered in the info panel on the right. Okay. Advanced resource production, consumption, and other stats to last sol. Resources consumption buildings are not counted towards the total value amount. Resource maintenance is essential for sol. Electronics production, electronics consumption, electronic maintenance, and construction sites upgrade construction. Okay, this is advanced resources production, resources consumption building towards total amount available. Resources maintenance essential. Machine parts. Okay, select the rocket to have it load. Okay.
Congratulations, you have finished the first tutorial.
You learned how to set up the basic outposts on Mars and can gather resources for future expansion and fuel rockets. Using rockets to bring in additional supplies from Earth is essential for a fledgling colony. Play next tutorial. Okay. It's kind of cool.
Welcome, Commander. In this training exercise, you will get acquainted with one of your most valuable tools, rovers.
Rovers are vehicles with a variety of useful functions like transporting resources, commanding drones, and analyzing anomalies. You have direct control over all rovers in the colony. Select the RC transport and move it to the designated area. Okay.
Now let's try moving around. The RC transport can load and carry resources around the map. Let's use it to refuel the nearby rocket.
Use the RC transport to load fuel from the fuel post to the base. Then unload it close to the rocket, so that the drones can load it into the rocket. Drones can also take resources directly from the RC transport if they need them. However, unloading the resources is quicker and will free up the RC transport for other tasks. Load fuel to the RC resource transport and load it. Okay.
Now order the RC transport to unload the fuel next to the rocket.
Oh, did it automatically, okay. Okay, this is kind of cool.
Some drones are left without a controller after the rocket launch.
If drones lose their controller, they will look for new controllers nearby. However, when there are no controllers nearby, you'll have to manually reassign them to a new controller. The reassign command also allows you to reassign drones to understaffed controllers with heavy drone. Assign drones to a nearby drone hub. Okay.
The RC transport is able to gather resources directly from surface deposits without the help of drones.
So the RC to gather metals for the deposit indicator on the air. Gather 5 metals. Okay. Okay. See it loading?
Let's set up a small expand some distance away from the main base.
We will need resources for a new base. RC transport can be ordered to transfer large amounts of resources in multiple goes via the create transport route command. Goal: set the transport route between the universal storage in the base and the marked location above the base. Okay. Select the rover, courier transport. Come on. Okay, select rover. Use crater route command. Okay. No, using. Okay, so it's loading up the resources right now. Hope I can remember all this. This is going to take a while. I might have to do this tutorial a couple times. Oh, here's the time. Right over the drone. That's funny. Basically, it's going to clear all this stuff, put resources over there, and then I can maybe make a new base for what it looks like. the way while we're playing too. Check out my Jigglypuff! Jigglypuff! I'm lost on what to do. I'm confused. Did I screw up on something?
Nice work.
Oh, I didn't put it on that spot. Gotcha. Screen a little bit. There we go. Monitor's a little dirty.
Commander, one other thing.
The RC Commander is a mobile drone controller that carries its own drones. Oh, that's cool. With its help, you can gather resources from surface deposits, construct and maintain buildings. When moving far distances, an RC Commander will recall its drones before moving off to its destination. Move the RC Commander to the site of the expansion.
We need to construct a new sensor tower to scan the nearby environment.
Use the resources that the RC transport delivered to build and power a new sensor tower that will help us scan the nearby locations for new resources and anomalies. Construct a sensor tower. Okay.
Good job. It's time to learn about scanning sectors and exploration.
Okay, you can scan new sectors to discover resource deposits and anomalies. This is done with your map overview. Okay.
You can scan sectors of the map to discover new resources and anomalies.
There are two main ways to scan. One is the Q section for scanning. These sectors will be scanned one by one gradually over time. Sensor towers speed up the scanning process of sectors near them. Other way is to use probes, which can buy using funding and bring on resupply rockets from Earth. Use a probe to explore the... Okay.
You can also queue sectors for scanning.
10 sectors to scan. Oh, now I see what's wrong. Okay.
Well done. Now it's time to use our fully operational RC Explorer to analyze the anomaly.
Select an RC Explorer and use the Move Interact action to order it to analyze the anomaly. This will take a while, so consider increasing the game speed to fastest.
Anomaly found. Remember, you can view the anomaly, then select RC Explorer to pin it. Oh, there it goes. Oh, sandstorms. That's kind of cool.
Good job. The anomaly has yielded interesting insights into new technologies.
guy. Let's see here. So, building. Okay, researching new technologies unlocks new options for colonies, such as new buildings, drones, domes, and upgrades. Anomalies provide bonuses to research, such as unlocking new technologies for research or providing research points. Open the research.
Anomaly found.
This is the research screen. From here, you can choose and queue techs for research.
Techs are divided into 5 basic fields, and fields for special breakthrough techs. When you research a tech from a given basic field, you will unlock a new technology in that field. Breakthrough techs are special, unique techs that are unlocked via anomalies. Queue at least one technology for research.
Commander, one other thing.
Each technology has a cost and research points, which are generated as various ways. Your sponsor provides some research points to start with. Once colonies arrive, you will be able to construct research labs, which generate research points faster. You can view a breakdown of the research points generated per soul on the right side of the research screen. Close the research screen to complete the tutorial. Okay, so right here. Okay. Drone hubs are constructed for at least 2 drone hubs. Maximum number of drones increased by 80. Drones being on the backbone of the most heavy and dangerous labor on Mars. It's essential our hubs have great operating capacity in order to employ more drones at any given time. I agree. Okay.
Nice work. Now you know how to handle rovers.
In this tutorial, you learn how to command and use the different rover vehicles at your disposal, as well as how to scan sectors and how to research new technologies. All right, water, power, and maintenance. Let's try the next tutorial. I'm looking forward to playing this game. I really am. Like this game is slow, but it seems really fun.
It looks like this forward base has gone through a major dust storm.
Now it is our work to fix it up and prepare for the first colonists. In this tutorial, you will learn how to handle power, life support grids, and building maintenance, as well as how to construct your first dome.
First things first, let's remove some unnecessary structures.
The concrete extractor has depleted its deposit and will be of no use now. We can salvage some construction materials from it.
Now, let's get that drone hub operational.
We need to supply a drone hub with power. The resources from the salvaged concrete extractor should be enough to construct a solar panel. It would be best to use the existing power cables to connect the 2 buildings and avoid wasting more metals on cables. Power the drone hub with the help of the solar panel.
We have some power, but it's not enough. We should prioritize the drone hub.
You can change the priority of building manually. Buildings on higher priority get power, maintenance, and workers first. Set the drone hub to high priority.
We can use the machine parts left from the concrete extractor to build a wind turbine.
Wind turbines are good alternatives to solar panels as they operate day and night. They also get bonus power production if built on the high ground. However, wind turbines have high upkeep costs and require maintenance more often than solar panels. Construct a wind turbine and connect it to the existing power grid. Okay.
Even with the wind turbine, there won't be enough electricity to power the base, especially during the night.
Solar panels provide power only during the day, and we don't have accumulators to compensate at night. You can get some of the base buildings to automatically turn off at night using the building's shifts. There is 3 shifts: first shift, second shift, and night shift. Buildings will require power, resources, and workers during their active shifts. Disable the night shifts to the moisture vaporizer and fuel refinery.
You managed to get things operational, but this won't last, as buildings require maintenance, and we are out of resources.
Okay. Building requires maintenance of resources roughly every 6 to 7 sols. Buildings that don't get maintenance break and won't function until repair. To showcase this, we can simulate a breakdown of your solar panel. Drones will automatically repair the breakdown, provided that there are metals in range of their controller. Examine the broken down control panel. Condition of buildings.
We need more metals to secure this base. Use the RC transport to collect some metals and transport them back.
The RC transport can mine service metal deposits, use it to gather 20 to 30 metals, and bring them back to the base. You can use these metals to set up additional solar panels and power up everything. Deliver at least 20 metals to use the base with the help of the RC transport. I'm feeling like this game's gonna be rough. I have a feeling I might get good at it though. We're gonna build some really cool colonies. Like, just imagine the technology, like we could do this stuff right now. God, it'd be amazing.
Good job. However, we need more than just metals. Fortunately, we can call a resupply rocket from Earth.
Using rockets to resupply from Earth is the best way to secure resources early on. You'll need funding to buy the resources, but your sponsor usually will provide you with enough to get the basic colony up and running. Open a resupply screen and order advanced resources from Earth.
Let's do some cleaning up around the base while we wait for the rocket to arrive.
The remains of the destroyed and salvaged buildings will obstruct other constructions. To clear such ruins, you'll need to research decommission protocol technology in the engineering field. For this purposes of the simulation, we have to provide you with the tech. Clear the ruins of the concrete.
Now, let's remove some of the unnecessary cables.
You can use salvage tools to build menu, and in the build menu to remove cables and pipes, as well as alternate ways to salvage buildings. Remove the cables that were connected to the concrete. Okay.
Resources are low.
The supplies from Earth have arrived, and we can use them to expand the base.
Let's start the power accumulator. It allows you to store power for nighttime and or emergencies. Keep in mind the accumulators have a cap maximum output, so a single one may not be enough to build all buildings at night. Construct a power accumulator and connect it to the power grid. You may want to construct some additional solar panels or turbines in advance to sustain sustain the base expansion. Okay.
Water is essential for a sustainable Martian colony. Fortunately, there is a water deposit nearby.
Let's build a water extractor near the deposit. All extractors must be placed near a deposit of the corresponding type. Remember to then connect to the power. You may also have to build more power producers to generate the power required. Construct and power a water extractor.
Use the build menu to construct a water extractor near the water deposit. Then, power it up. The water extractor is ready, but we don't have a storage for the water it will extract.
We will need water for domes, farming, polymer production, but for now we don't have any of that, so we can store some water in a water tower. Okay. Storages are important safe measures for your colony as they provide water, oxygen, and power in the case of the producer, bringing down or ceasing operation during a disaster. Construct a water tower and connect to the water extractor for pipes. Okay.
The time has finally come to build the first dome that will house our colonists.
Domes are large structures that house colonists. You can construct many buildings inside domes. Some of them will require colonists as workforce. Domes have limited space, but can be connected via passages to form large systems. Remember to use RC transport to mine metals and call supply rockets if you need advanced resources to finish the dome. Construct a basic dome. This will take a long time, so you might want to speed up the controls. Okay. Doing it right? I'm not sure.
The dome is complete, but we have to supply it with water, power, and oxygen before we can use it.
Domes require life support, mainly water, power, and oxygen. Connect the dome to existing power and water infrastructure. You need to add additional powers. You may need to add additional power producers. For oxygen, you will need to construct a MOXIE, a device that extracts oxygen from the carbon dioxide in the Martian atmosphere. Most of the MOXIE is ready and powered up, connected to the dome and pipes. It may be wise to build an oxygen storage as well. Provide water, power, and oxygen to the dome. Okay. Construct a dome and require water. Okay. Wonder why they're not building this stuff. Alright, I'm gonna pause this for a second. I'll be right back. I am back. Sorry it took so long. Okay. So we need to figure out why it's not allowing me to. Huh. Oh, there it goes. What's salvaging? I'm gonna salvage these two. Okay. Research.
Let's go green. Cherry blossom. I like blue sky.
Well done. You have completed the simulation successfully.
Okay. You have learned to handle power, water, oxygen, as well as building maintenance works. You are ready to set up basic colony, ready to accept the first human pioneers on Mars. The next tutorial deals with colonists and their needs. You can continue to it now, or simply start a new game and return later when you're ready to learn more. Now let's learn the whole thing. Cool, we did it! I completed the tutorial. I feel smart.
Welcome
I
back.
get confused with some of this stuff.
In this tutorial, you will finally familiarize yourself with the challenges of sustaining a society on Mars.
Everything done before was a prelude to this very moment. The arrival of founders. Our first colonists are called founders. After they set foot on Mars, a trial period meant to test how humans fare on Mars will begin. No more colonists will arrive or from Earth until the founders stage ends. Be careful. If all the colonists die during the period of mission, it will be terminated. Best of luck, Commander.
The foundations for bringing your first colonists have already been laid down. One of the final things left to do is to provide the founders with living space.
Living complexes are built inside the dome, and space within the dome is limited. So each building has to be carefully planned. Construct a living complex in order to indicate a location. Okay. This is cool, dude.
With all preparations complete, the colony is ready for the arrival of the founders.
Order a passenger rocket from resupply screen.
From this screen, you can inspect all available applicants and determine which ones will travel to the colony.
Colonists are organized by their age, specialization, and various traits. You can set desired and undesired traits in every category using the thumbs up and thumbs down icons. Colonists with more of the desired traits will board the rocket, while colonists with any undesired traits will be rejected.
You may want to review and hand-pick individual candidates for the founders.
By highlighting individual applicants one by one, you can review the perks and flaws. It may be a good idea to do this as a founder for the founders in order to get exact numbers of specialists you desire, as well as hand-pick the traits of the colonists. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so this is Aqua. medic, geologist. So, 2 officers, 2 scientists, 2 medics, and I need 2 engineers.
Colonists will arrive on Mars with a small amount of food, but it will not last long. We need to make sure that they will be able to produce their own food on the Red Planet. The hydroponic farm can produce food. Although the colonists can take food directly from a food depot, they will be happier if they can pick it up from a grocery. Colonists need service buildings to keep them comfortable on Mars. The grocery that you already constructed is one such service building.
Different service satisfies different interests colonists may have. A colonist will feel more comfortable inside a dome, which has interests covered, but you don't need to cover every interest, and in smaller dome, this might not be even possible. If the comfort of the colonists falls too low, they may become Earth-sick and decide to leave Mars and go back to Earth. However, Martian-born colonists will never get Earth-sick. Construct a space bar inside. Okay, put a bar in the little colony.
New colonists have arrived.
Great. Now that you have a spacebar, you can customize its work settings.
The founders that just arrived have taken available jobs on that, but you can customize their work assignments. With the buildings selected, notice the 3 available work shifts of the info panel. Two of them are active with 2 workers employed at each shift. The more workers assigned to the building, the better the building performance. Initially, however, we won't be needing so many people working at the spacebar, as there will be other important jobs to fill, and limited people will fill them, especially during founder stage. Disable 1 job slot in every shift.
Full of hope and determination, the first founders have set foot on the Red Planet.
The next 10 souls will be full of difficulties and danger, but also great promises and opportunities. It is now to us to prove that Mars can be doorway to great riches and the future of human civilization. Even the most epic venturers begin with a single step. Effect: arrive additional colonists temporarily suspend until the colony proves able to sustain human life. Your founder colonists must survive at least 10 souls before additional people can arrive. Hint: the colony must be evaluated positively before the period ends at the event of the first human is born on Mars. If you feel you are up for the challenge, try constructing a medical building and raising the comfort of the as much as possible for service building. Okay. Select the space bar. Okay, so disable work slot. The shift space bar. Select this one. Okay. Select the place. Okay, select the. One of the work slots in the first shifts until the slot is shown in red. Again, if there are any work slots, first time fires the workers until the slot is shown red. I don't know what to do. Huh. This is confusing.
Healthy colonists at working age
Just as a fire.
are able to fill any position, but how well they perform at a certain position varies between colonists.
Some buildings are more effective with workers with a certain specialization. For example, scientists are best working in the research lab. Construct a research lab in the dome. Okay.
Work shifts, among other things, are a way to manage your workforce. The more shifts a building has open, the more colonists it will attract to work there.
Colonists don't like to work at night and will lose sanity while doing so. Further, you may activate the heavy workload, which boosts the performance of a building during the shift, but inflicts sanity and health problems on the workers due to the increased stress at their job. With the research allows to activate and activate the second work shift.
Buildings with higher priority will be allocated workers, power, and maintenance before others.
On-site research is very important for long-term prosperity and survival of the colony. So let us try to prioritize it. Since priority research is a high lab to hide.
With the research lab up and running, let's begin researching some technologies.
For the research screen, Q has at least 3 available technologies.
Congratulations. You have provided everything needed for a successful founder stage.
The founder stage takes 10 souls to complete. Be careful. If all your colonists die during this period, the mission will be terminated. Having a baby born on Mars before the end of the period will also complete the founder stage. This can happen and the comfort of your colonists is very high. Cool.
You have completed the tutorial for the founder stage. Welcome back, Commander. In this tutorial, you will manage a larger colony that consists of multiple domes.
As you expand your base and try to obtain various resources scattered across the map, you will inevitably end up with a colony that consists of several domes. This tutorial will introduce you to a lot of typical situations that you expect to come up with a big colony.
Shuttles can transport resources and colonists across great distances.
The complex technology needed to shuttles flying in the thin Martian atmosphere typically must be researched. For the purpose of this tutorial, however, it has been already granted to you.
Now that we have operational shuttles, it's time to establish a mining dome.
Colonists can work in some outside buildings placed close to their domes, such as extractors for metals and rare metals. Since colonists will be needed for the extraction of these underground deposits, it is good practice to place domes near such deposits, as in the case of this simulation. Goals: construct a rare metal extractor next to the rare metal deposit and connect it to the power grid. Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that.
are no colonists in the mining dome. We must provide living space for the colonists so they can move there.
Once you provide a dome with living space, colonists from the other domes will be able to resettle in it. Provide it within walking distance, so there are available shuttles to fly them there. Good. Okay.
Don't forget to provide basic services for the citizens of your new dome.
Grocery.
You can set up filters for every dome to attract colonists with desired traits, and block or push out colonists with undesired ones. Being near a rare metals deposit, this dome is best suited as a mining hub. So it's best to encourage geologists to migrate here.
Because we want to make sure the research dome gets all the available scientists, we will also ban scientists from inhabiting this dome. From a specialization category, activate a thumbs up category for geologists and the thumbs down for ones of scientists.
This dome has been designated for research purposes, so it's best to attract more colonists with the scientist specialization.
Because we can make sure that the mining dome gets all available geologists which are best suited for work inside extractor buildings, we can also ban geologists from inhabiting this dome. From the specialization category, activate the thumbs up icon for the scientists and the thumbs down for the geologists.
Colonists can migrate between domes using shuttles or walking when they are positioned close to one another. However, they cannot usually visit buildings in nearby domes on a daily basis unless they are connected to their own dome.
To demonstrate dome connection, let's first build a new dome near the research dome. Okay. I like this, is cool. What you doing? What you doing?
Construct 2 farms in the new dome. They will be used as workplaces for the colonists in the old dome once the domes are connected. domes positioned closely to each other may be connected with passages.
Okay, passages allow colonists to travel safely to the dome directly connected to each other, seeking work or services there. Connect to research dome. Okay. That guy fucked up. What do I do? Did I screw up? I see what's going on. Okay, let me see. I think I got it. Here we go. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, wait a minute. I thought I was supposed to connect to the door, but then I'm like, wait. So I blocked it with the pipe, and then I'm like, okay, so that's what I meant. You have to like connect it between two spots that are empty. Gotcha. Okay. That's kind of cool. I'm glad I figured it out. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, that was weird.
drones. Create for me. They look like little crabs. They look like little crabs. Like little hermit crabs. Yeah.
Good job.
Now that two domes are connected, colonists from the first can start working on the newly built farms on the third dome. The passage will also connect the two domes for the purposes of building power, distributing power, oxygen, and the water.
Some buildings can have upgrades that can improve them in various ways.
All upgrades become available after specific technologies are researched and have construction costs. Furthermore, some upgrades will increase the resource consumption of the building. Research the extractor, amplification, and the research. Okay.
Crop failure reported.
Just basically have to wait at this point. Oh, this is cool. Two living situations, 3, I mean. Hey Bob, hey Jim, what are you talking about? I don't know, something's interesting. What do you think you're doing? I'm just doing a little dance, woo, working out here, yeah. Okay Jim, you're being a little stupid, Jim. Yep, hey Jim, I'm gonna sit over here, okay? I don't like you, Bob. I don't like you either, Jim. Screw you, Bob. Yeah, whatever, Jim. Yep. I'm gonna walk away now. That was the story of Bob and Jim.
Congratulations. With the research complete, a new upgrade for your extractors is now available. It is not automatically activated in your buildings. You must construct it first.
Select the water extractor, then click the indicate upgrade. Okay.
Nice work. The upgrade has been constructed.
Some upgrades will consist of more power or water while active. After an upgrade has been constructed, it may be turned on or off from the same button that is used in the construction.
The command center is a treasure trove of information about the colony.
It offers historical data, various colony metrics, as well as views of domes, buildings, colonists, and transport. What about the story of Bob and Jim? Okay, open the command center and try out. Okay. Okay, so we got graphs. Transport, building, power, oxygen. Okay. Water, metals, concrete, food. That's important. Food, water, rare metals, polymers, electronics. Power grade. Okay. Colonists. Where's Bob and Jim? Kellogg.
Alcoholic. Duke's an alcoholic. I expect that of Duke. We knew he would be. We knew you'd be a bastard. Bad Duke. Coward, gambler, lazy. Homeless colonists. Don't have any of those. Unemployed colonists. Problematic colonists.
Congratulations, Commander. You have graduated from the International Mars Mission Training Simulation.
The team at Mission Control is eager to meet you and serve until your command. The challenge of conquering Mars for the sake of humankind is still a tough one, but the commander is skillful and resourceful as you. His task seems to be a bit easier now. The colonization of Mars awaits. Good luck, Commander, and may the cosmos be with you. Heck yeah! Cool. So it looks like we actually created we got through the tutorial. That'll be enough for this particular game for today. I might play another game and do another stream with you guys if you're interested. For now, though, I enjoyed the tutorial. It was a lot of figuring stuff out. I got lost a few times. We'll do some more. We'll create a new game sometime, maybe tomorrow if I have time. We'll play some of this game. I'm looking forward to this game a lot. I've been wanting to get involved with more Mars, more technology, just like things that we can look at and just kind of understand with my channel. So this is definitely something I've enjoyed. So, all right, guys, my name's Tonyo Allie. Thank you for my stream. I hope you had a good time. Please subscribe to my stream channel or my channel on my YouTube channel at Tonyo Allie, or check out my TikTok. Check out my small videos that I like to post once in a while. Anyway, thank you for the click, and I will see you next time.